Hey everybody, I'd welcome you back to the Nightmind office, but truthfully, you and I are only here for a quick visit. It's been a moment and I just don't like the lack of talking between the last video and the upcoming October content. If it's ever 2 whole months without hearing from me, then I'm not doing okay. I can't stand the idea of it even when I'm working on stuff. Anyway, let's make this quick, or as quick as it can be. Knowing me, I'm not even going to edit this audio because it's September 19th, and you all know what that means for me. I've made decisions about the course of Nightmind and my activity online in order to make things better on Nightmind, and I didn't have a video in August or this month in order to get those plans rolling firmly. I've been very busy. And part of those plans is, in fact, letting you in on the plan for the year, which I never ever do, but it's about time I let you know what's up. The VODs of Unfiction Project coverage I've been converting from Twitch are going to a different outlet on YouTube. What you've seen of VOD conversions was an experiment mixed in with regular scripted content, for a few good reasons. One of which is simply that scripted content is frequently severely time-consuming, as you might expect. 12-hour days, multiple days a week, and however long or intricate the project is, the more time is spent. And maybe after a little over 8 years of doing this now, I can be truthful with you about the extent of that. I have driven myself to burnout, and worked through it, continuing to make videos, and I estimate that it's happened to me at least 3 times, though that number is probably still too low if I'm actually being honest with myself and with you. I don't know how many times. I just know I've lived this way, without refusing it. I've never asked for a real break or accepted one until this year. I didn't accept that I was exhausted past the point of true recovery for the pace I've been going until this year. I've sacrificed my health, my sleep, my happiness, and lots of time with many people who care about me in the course of doing this in order to stay consistent and provide what's expected of me. This was the first time I attempted to find a better balance that allowed me to be less of a machine and more of a person. The VODs were an experiment in order to keep up a pace without falling directly into my old working patterns. Mixing things up with the VODs meant being able to serve more projects in terms of awareness and attention while bringing you more coverage without risking the burnout, I thought. And maybe in the time in between I could just have some life. Try some new things. Do the voice acting and narrating that a lot of you encouraged me to give a try. Actually be there with people who wanted my time and never got it because I've just always worked. And frankly, a lot of you didn't like the VODs and told me they weren't as good as the scripted videos. I agree, but I knew that going in. They were never going to be as good because they weren't meant to replace regular coverage, and there's a reason I kept making scripted videos all the while. Scripted videos are true Nightmind videos, and I never want to replace them. I needed the VODs. I needed a way to keep things going without ever disappearing on you, and maintaining everything. Plenty of you were supportive, even still, and quite a few of you recognized what I was trying to do. A few of you understood without me saying it that I needed to breathe a bit, to keep working without destroying myself, or telling people over and over they couldn't have time with me because I was busy. Busy all the time, busy. That's the reputation I have now with people who love me, and I have had to do work to repair that. It's not okay to live like that, and just keep saying, I can do it, when you keep getting people concerned about you and wondering if they're ever going to get the time with you that they want. Or if you're ever going to get the time to grow and be more than just a content machine. Some of you saw what I was doing and supported me, and I'm thankful for it. A lot of you also recognize that it allowed me to interact with you and have an active version of Nightmind, and that's awesome. Some of you openly and strongly refused it, in the manner of respectfully telling me that this just wasn't it. I agree, and accept that too, and embrace it. You let me know in direct and thoughtful terms it just wasn't doing it for you. Thank you for that, honestly. And then there are those of you who had no empathy or thought put into your comments. Just immediate, callous dismissals of me and my attempt to do something a little different, or even demanded that I be only the way you want me to be, while many people were respectful in disagreeing right there in plain view and explaining their position. It's a long list of things that myself and every content creator online who you don't even pause to consider as a person wants to tell you, but it's just easier to sum it up. You're a fucking asshole. I don't respect you. Your comment is worthless, you won't be missed, and we all restrain ourselves from telling you to go fuck yourself the way I'm doing now. Because we do our best to be kind and hold decorum, even as you try to perpetuate an atmosphere that we aren't allowed to retaliate in the same breath you throw digital garbage at us. Because we're somehow not people anymore, by nature of being in the creator's seat. Like because we're the one with the name and the platform. The rules of standing up for ourselves as individuals being horribly disrespected go out the window. Fuck that, fuck you, and count yourself lucky that I and everyone else don't take you to task in a direct reply every time you let some stupid fucking bullshit out through your fingertips. Get out of my viewership. It's going to be nice to see someone replace you whose brain doesn't look like an egg. And all that brings us to the fate of VODs. If you do like them, they are now, at least for the moment, going to be on this channel, Nick Nocturne Astroline. And yeah, I look a little different than usual. And it's a little bit of a story, which is captured in video, by the way. But the short version is that I was invited by my friend Merriweather to try something new by joining my Twitch presence to an endeavor of his. A new virtual talent agency, Astroline. It's me, as a VTuber. It's a new form I'm taking over there. But as a demon, I can assume any form I please, and I'm not stuck like this. It's just going to be a little bit of time before I can shapeshift around again and show the VTuber community at large what the 4 eyes have always been about. And I'm very excited to do that. Literally everything I've been doing on Twitch is still the same, but now it's weekly, and I've got new means of expression, as well as some new layouts and a group of people to share our field of art with. You can catch me live there at least 3 times a week most weeks, and the best way to keep up is at this Twitter account. I think I'm also going to post my schedule to the community tab on this YouTube channel, so if you want to subscribe there, that will also do it. All the VODs are going to the Astroline related channels. I mean, at least this channel, we're still figuring out what the hell to do with VODs in general. I'm done with them here, though. Not anymore on Nightmind Main. The only exception I'll make is if it really, really serves a best purpose. But the plan going forward is back to classic business. Scripted content, baby. All the time. October will see our usual festivities. SCP Vault, Monster Hunt, Candy Bowl. I have 2 contracted sponsored videos I'm going to serve out, I am telling you in advance. One in November, the other in December. One of those videos, probably the December video, I want to be another classic long-as-fuck walkthrough of a project. It might even be multi-part. I might give you another one for the collection of multi-part topics. I definitely want to. The issue is time. I'll see how it shakes out. From that point, after serving the last sponsored video this year, I do not want to take any more sponsorships on Nightmind. Big picture, I mean never again. With the only exceptions being horror or creativity-related stuff that excites me so much I reply right away. Short-term picture means that in 2024, I want no sponsors, period. Not a single one, and it's genuinely risky, but my activity on Twitch is largely going to ensure my well-being. I can think of no better trade-off. More content coverage all the time, week after week through Twitch, exploring stuff from the Nightmind Index and projects already out there. And doing so makes sponsors on Nightmind no longer necessary. That's the vision. That's the plan. The Twitch activity is meant to keep Nightmind Main pure. As well as, branching out and being more of a person. And absolutely gaining more grounds of coverage. There's all positives with the presence that I have on Twitch now. But that is one of the main reasons I'm doing it all. It's setting the channel free. And further, in the topic of setting the channel free, I'm declaring this here and now. In addition to only going forward with scripted videos, those videos are going to be dedicated to the underdogs. The undiscovered, underrated, cast in shadow projects that deserve to be lifted up and celebrated. If you want something popular covered, if you want a topic that's already been hit by 3 other channels here on YouTube, I'm going to cover it on Twitch, unless it truly excites me so much I simply have to make a video. And I'll tell you why. Nightmind has always been about lighting up amazing work in darkness, and I'm bringing us back to the purest, cleanest spirit I can in this fashion. Because that's the way it ought to be. That's the way it ought to be, and I'm making it so. Finally, in running the numbers of all that's been accomplished over the years of doing Nightmind, I realize that in the category of single topics covered, 85 of them are total indie underdogs. It's the majority of my coverage by far, but that's still not enough for me. That just doesn't satisfy. I have 15 to go in order to reach 100. And I want that 100. I want it now. So that's what we're going to work for. That's what we're going to work for as soon as I finish out this year's content. Maybe I'll even be able to get started with one of these videos left on in the slots. So from here on out, we are on a mission directive. This is the campaign to celebrate the 15 projects that will complete the set of 100. And I'm looking to do it with scripts in original Nightmind fashion without sponsors attached. And that is the plan. There's a possibility here and there during this year that I'll be able to get coverage beyond what I've mentioned. It would be great to do that, and I'm thinking the only topic that's a definite is welcome home for any updated goes, but that's the plan. If you'd like to support me in any way, seeing how I am about to embark on a sponsorless journey over here, attached to the most laborious part of my online presence, then again, Patreon is there. I have a very cool merchandise drop about to happen that I'm very excited about. I can't tell you about right now, but if you check the YouTube community tab, you'll see. And just keep an eye out. Or, if you want to come and hang out on Twitch, a subscription would help. There are multiple ways. But honestly, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to need your support. I'm going to need your backing. I'm trying to make this a better Nightmind experience overall. But to make sure that I can pull that off, I do need you. Everybody who's still here, I do need you. So thank you. And yeah, that's the plan. So, I'll see you in October. Bye for now.